Hello, good morning. I hope the light is good and I don't have a back porch down the shore and then it's kind of like in and out backlighting me. Not a new class, but new time. So I don't know, maybe we'll have some new people joining us today. We have a few more minutes. I'll also apologize if there's any background noise. I moved to the back porch because generally it seems to be quieter back here. So fingers crossed. Hello, if you're just joining in, happy Friday morning. Checking the weather. I'm always checking the weather, and it looks like we're gonna have a great weekend, at least at home, not so much down the shore that I am up. I have a puppy who wants to come out and join us. Hopefully she'll be quiet and stay for part of the practice. This is Ragu, guys. Just got another minute. Let's see if I can get myself on full screen. All right, we will get started. Don't need any prompts in particular, but I always encourage the use of blocks and the modifications with blocks. So if you have blocks at home, grab them. Also, if you know that you're like newer to balance and you are having a particularly unstable day, some days I wake up and I'm totally wobbly. We are going to be doing a little bit of balancing, so you might want to grab just like a kitchen chair or be near a wall that you can go to quickly to have for support. A kitchen chair is always a nice choice because you can just set it off to the side of your mat. She wants to be totally involved in this today. But yeah, welcome guys. New time for me. Trying to spread the love across the schedule. Not doing Saturdays because Anthony has a great Saturday morning class at 8 a.m. that's live. If you haven't ever taken it, it's amazing. My flow, just so you all know, if you're new to me, is a mix between kind of like hatha and flow. And hatha, I say that because I will pause some poses and there'll be moments of flow. I like to hold things and then flow, and it's a little bit of a mix. And I like to really kind of break down alignment. I am really, I think we're all anxious for, this period to end, this collective pause, as I'll call it, in the nicest way possible. But as much as I am anxious for it to end, I am wanting to have some gratitude towards it, and that it really did give us this collective pause, an opportunity to slow down and kind of re-examine some things in our lives and really get in line with and tune back with the pulsation of ebbs and flows. So we have really busy moments in our lives, and then there's time for pause, and it's necessary to have both. Pulsation exists in everything that we do in every part of our life. For every action, there's a reaction. Every inhale, there's an exhale. So you always have two sides of the coin. We're going to play with that in our practice today and in our poses, and feeling the dynamic pulsation with the breath, with muscle action. So I invite you to explore that and just kind of ponder that and chew on that as we move today. And I'll cue you into some directions that will also help. So once that, we're going to get up, we're going to stand. Start standing to center. Starting at the top or the back of your mat, middle of your mat, it doesn't matter. Try to settle in, pulling at your shirt. Put one hand, put your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. And I want you right now to just close the eyes and feel your body. Before we start to like really focus on the breath, and we can feel the weight in your feet. And maybe rock side to side, back and forth. Maybe even make circles counterclockwise and then clockwise. And then try to find the center point of balance in the feet. And then just notice, you don't even have to open the eyes, but notice if do the feet feel parallel? Does it feel as if one foot's turning in or out? If you, again, we're keeping the eyes closed. We're just going with tuning in and just really feeling the physical body, feeling the feet on the ground and making the correction without even seeing it. And now as the weight center, the feet are parallel. We'll root down, inhale, take a big breath. And as you inhale and draw the breath in through the nose, feel the heart lift, feel the belly expand out into the hands. And as you exhale, feel the reverse of that action. Navel draws in, belly drops, or chest drops a little. And then again, we inhale. This time as we inhale, before we exhale, can we keep the lift of the heart? And as we exhale, just let the exterior body, the skin, soften around the frame of the skeletal system. And inhaling deeply, keeping the fullness, exhaling, softening. Just tuning in with the breath, noticing the background sounds, mine and yours. Just allow them to become like a melody, like music, rather than be distracting and hanging on to the sound. You weave it into the song of the breath. One final moment here, deep inhalation. Keep the fullness, and as you exhale, slowly open the eyes, keep the gaze soft, open the hands out to the side. Good, we're gonna inhale, take the arms up overhead, belly pulls back, feet are parallel, exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, hands overhead, look down, peek down, this will get the belly, navel back, rib cage back. We want to keep that back. This also lets us check in with our feet. Did we feel into the correction? Do we still need to further the correction of the feet to get them parallel? Make those adjustments. Inhale, lift the chin up, gaze comes up. Exhale, hands down. We're just gonna get buoyant in the knees. Now take the hands to the hip. Weight still equal in the feet. We're just kind of, just a little bounce, a little bit of buoyancy in the joints. It's early, maybe shift back and forth in the hips a little. And maybe roll the hips clockwise. And then counterclockwise again. This time, same movements that we started in our grounding, but the eyes are open. Notice how that shifts the action. Come back to center. We'll inhale, take the arms overhead, bend the knees, Not going to Utkatasana yet. Don't worry. Keep the knees bent. Hands will come forward to the floor. Fingertips down. Knees bent. Here's a great opportunity for blocks. If you know the backs of your legs are just so tight, grab your blocks, bring them up to you, and give yourself even more room. If not, your hands are on the ground, fingertips, knees bent. We're feeling into the feet here. Notice if the weight shift anywhere. Redistribute the weight so we're even again. And just little bounces, little bounciness in the knees. Belly is pulling back. And then we come to a more stagnant knee bend here where we're static. Belly draws back. Gaze comes an opportunity to progress the pose. You can stay with knees bent if this is already a lot, or you're going to start to straighten your legs via these actions. And even if the knees are staying bent, you're focusing on the same action without straightening the leg. So you're energetically, you're taking the inner thigh back. See how my inner thighs are moving back as I exhale, extend out through my heels to bring my legs to straight. Maybe the hands walk in. Maybe the knees only partially straighten. Good. Inhale. Bend the knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Same action, bring the inner thighs back. Exhale, extend out through the heels, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last one, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. This time we'll inhale, bend, and lengthen. We're gonna walk the hands forward on the mat. So if you're mid-mat, you may have to adjust yourself, but we're coming into a bent knee down dog. So I'm a little short here. Now I'm gonna walk my feet back, but my knees are staying bent. So knees bent, shins are at an angle to the floor. I'm rooting through my knuckle points, especially my thumb and my index finger, so much, and then I'm externally rotating my upper arm so the eye of my elbow lifts up. My hips are high. We're holding here. In this position, if you want to, you can wiggle the hips side to side, wag your tail. And then before we get into our legs, I want you to play with that pulsation of energy in the arms. So energetically push your mat away from you, like press your hands forward. Now I want you to feel the counter action of that. As you exhale, energetically pull your palms back towards your heels and feel what that does for you. You feel more of an activation in the back of the heart. Inhale, press the floor away. You get length, and as you exhale, you energetically pull in. The shoulder blades move towards one another and give this sense of support. Good. One more breath here. Come all the way onto our tippy toes. And now, same action as in our standing forward fold to get the legs long. We're going to take the inner thighs back and then exhale. Lengthen out through the heels. Legs come towards straight. Heels move towards the mat. Full downward facing dog. And one full breath here. Good. Inhale, come forward, come into your plank. Lower the knees down, tabletop pose. As we come into tabletop here, we're going to work into the counter actions into our upper back. So if you're familiar with cat-cow, this is not that, but it's not so dissimilar either. So we're working on an inhale and an exhale and a movement in the upper back. So the difference with cat-cow is that we're moving the lower half of our butt. We want to keep our hips, our belly stable and still here. We're pressing into the floor. Arms are straight and strong. Eye of the elbow, turn forward. Shoulder blades rooted back. Belly is drawing in, so we want to resist this. And now we're going to use the breath. On an exhale, we press our hands into the mat, our upper back rounds. And then as we inhale, we pull. It's more of a pulling action. We drop our heart forward, pull our heart forward, lower it down. Exhale, we round, protract the shoulders away from one another. Inhale, we pull the heart down, arms stay straight, gaze comes up. Exhale, press the floor away, upper body rounds, chin tucks. Inhale, retract, shoulder blades move towards one another, gaze comes up. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, gaze comes forward, heart drops. Last one, exhale. And then as we inhale, we come back to that retraction, belly stays strong. We'll do our first chaturanga variation. So pulls forward, we lower down, chaturanga. Now pull forward, through and up. Cobra, baby cobra, it's a when it's your first one. Shoulders move down and back. Exhale, lower. We're gonna pulse here. Inhale, heart forward, through and up. Tops of the feet are down. Exhale, lower. Legs are strong, butt engaged. Inhale, pull the heart forward and through. Exhale, lower. 2 more just like this. Inhale, heart pulls forward and through. Shoulders stay down the back. Exhale, lower. Shoulders stay engaged the whole time. Last exhale, as we lower, keep the shoulders lifting. The shoulders not drop down towards the floor. They're up and back. Tuck the toes. Pull the belly away from the floor. Knees press down. Inhale, press through the hands. Rise up back to your tabletop pose. Shift the hips back. Downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, pick up the right leg. As we pick up the right leg here, we want you to do so with conscious action. So with the knees bent, turning out to the side, let's try that again. We'll bring the right foot down. Inhale from the root, from your right butt. I want you to pick up the foot, leg long, toes pointing down. Arms stay strong. And inhale. As we exhale, we tap the floor with our right foot. We inhale, pick it up, stretch it at the top. Exhale, tap down. We're going to move a little bit faster. 3, 4. Keep the breath and movement linked. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the right leg lifted. Externally rotate the toes out. So I'll do it on this side. Externally rotate the toes out. Foot is still straight out behind you. And now we do the same action on that right side. So inhale up, exhale down, but with an externally rotated leg. So we're feeling this more in the outer seat. That's 3, 4. Inhale up, exhale down. 6. With control. 8. Sorry about the barking. 9. And 10. Exhale. Bend the right knee. Draw the right heel into the seat. Press the floor away. Open up the hip. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, lower the right foot. Bring the right foot in front of the left for a calf stretch. So the right heel's going to sink down. I apologize sincerely for the barking. Good. Inhale. Really feel this into the back of the right leg. Take one more breath here. Pick up the right leg. Bring it to meet the left. Downward facing dog. She's lost her privilege and to be outside. We go to the other side. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Press the hands into the mat. Big lift. We're going to pulse again. Toes are pointing down. Remember, we're lifting from the inner thigh up. Flex foot, straight leg. Here we go. Exhale down. Inhale up. 1, 2. Link movement and breath. Really reach out through the heel at the top. We're halfway there. That was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the leg lifted at the top. Externally rotate that left foot out. And we pulse again. Inhale, lift at the top. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pull the outer right hip back. Make sure it's not breathing forward. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Bend that left knee back. Open the hip. Maybe the gaze comes under the left arm. Get a big breath. Exhale. Take that left foot in front of the right. Calf stretch. Second side. Opening up the back of the leg really deeply into that calf. The Achilles. If you are a runner at all, you definitely are appreciating this pose right now. Maybe you're resenting it, but you'll appreciate it later. Good. One more. Bend the knees. Get onto your tippy toes. We're going to inhale, spring forward to plank. Holding our plank here. We got 30 seconds. You're drawing your inner arms towards your ribcage like you're squeezing a tennis ball. Same thing here. Play with different actions. Energetically press the floor away. And then energetically pull the heels of your hands back towards your heels. Feel the difference in those actions. Good. We've got 10 more seconds. Stay strong. Keep a smile on the face. Gaze is forward. Forward, through, and up. Exhale, take the hips back, downward facing dog. All right, we're inhale, we're lifting that right leg again. As we exhale, bring the right knee forward and around, dropping the right foot down. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Crescent pose. As we come into crescent, press through the right heel, press out through the left heel. Play with the breath for a moment here. And we're going to energetically pull your right heel back. Feel the toning sensation that creates. And now on your next breath, I want you to focus on extending the energy out through the right knee. And notice how that shifts the pose. How the top of the thigh is able to soften and descend. So inhale, energetically pull the heel towards you. Feel the toning up, the stability that as you exhale, extend the energy out through the top of the knee, you sink down. One more big breath. Place the hands in between the right foot. Turn the right toes out slightly, and then inhale, step the left foot up to meet the right. Feet are wide, toes are turned out, hips sink. Hands reach out in front of you. Inhale, press through the feet. Rise up. Exhale, squat down. place the hands, step back, plank. Knees come down, or you proceed with full plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale, pull the heart forward, through and up. Exhale, seat comes back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Remember, we're picking it up from the root of the leg. Inhale, left knee comes forward. Plank. Drop that left foot down. Inhale, hands come up. Crescent pose. Left thigh sinks. Extend the energy out through the right heel. Play with the breath and the pulsation of energy. Really feel. Inhale, pull your left heel towards you. Feel the strength and the tone of the back of the leg. As you exhale, extend energetically the left knee forward. Feel yourself soften and sink. 2 more breaths just like that, really paying attention to the action, the energetic action and how that changes the pose. Last exhale, windmill the hands down to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes out. Take the right foot up to meet the left. Wide squat, toes point out. Fingertips reach forward. Feet drops down. Inhale, press through the feet. Come up. Exhale, squat back down. Place the hands. Walk back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, sweep the heart forward through and up. Exhale, lower the heart down. We're gonna play here for a minute. Take the hands out long in front of you. Palms facing in. Inhale, draw the arms energetically back, like you're trying to plug your upper arm into your shoulder socket. You'll feel the tone in the back body. Press the tops of the feet down. Draw the belly button in. Inhale. Keep the tone of the back body. Lift the head up by toning the shoulders towards one another. Inhale. Another little lift up. And then exhale down. Walk the hands back to the heart so that they frame the center of the chest. Tuck the toes. Squeeze the quads so the knees lift off the mat. Draw the belly button back. Head lifting from the root. Exhale. Bring the right forward. Foot forward wide. Lunge. Left hand will stay down. Inhale. Open up to the right. Keep drawing the outer left hip back. Try not to make this a movement from the hips. We're wanting to twist from the upper body. Good. We'll inhale, sweep that arm around. Come up high, crescent back knee can come down for support at any time if you need to. We're going to take our hands to the back of the head. And we're going to do a little twist over to our right side. So you're twisting towards your back. Thigh, right knee is equal. We have the foundation strong there first. Hands behind the head, elbows go wide, chest roots back, and then we inhale. As we exhale, we twist just the torso, just the upper body over to the right hand side. It's a small movement. Inhale back to center, exhale twist. 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 Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Release the left hand down to the floor. Take the right hand back up. You're back in your twist lunge. Exhale, windmill that right hand down to the inner edge of the right foot. Spin those right toes back. We're coming back to our yogi squat. Left foot goes wide, toes go out, seat goes down. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Exhale, drop the hips down. Place the hands, step back plank. You can move through your vinyasa or hang in down dog. It is your choice. Listen to your body. Taking the rest is a reset. It's not something to think of as being less than. Inhale, lift up the left leg from the root. Exhale, left knee comes forward for a wide crescent lunge. Right hand stays down. Get long through the crown of the head. As you exhale, you rotate open towards the left knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Extend as you exhale out through the right heel. Good. One more big breath. Inhale, windmill that left arm up. Right hand comes up. Crescent lunge. That right knee can come down for support if you need to. Rib cage draws back. Navel draws back. Hands come behind the head. Stable in your foundation first. Keep the elbows wide. Remember, the hips stay squared. The movement only comes from the rib cage. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, twist open to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Two more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Keep the twist. Release the right hand down. Pick the left hand back up. One big breath. Take the hands to the inner edge of the left foot. Turn the left toes out. Bring the right foot forward. Squat down. Inhale, press through the feet. Rise up. Exhale, squat down. Place the hands, step back, plank. Good. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Knees can come down if you want. Inhale, bring the heart forward through and up. Exhale, pause at the bottom. We're going to break down the push back up from chaturanga for a minute because we're about to do chaturanga push-ups. So just gonna be honest about that. We will do 8. So 8 for you may be using your knees for the whole thing, or it might be using your knees for 5 of them and doing 3 of them without your knees, but you have options. And I encourage you to push your edge while still honoring alignment. So that being said, let's break it down. We start from this position. You've got your hands set up. You're rooting through your knuckle points. Shoulders are back. Number one important thing. Shoulders are not diving forward. They're up and away from the floor. The shoulder blades engage towards one another. Belly button moves away from the floor. The toes are tucked. If you're coming up without bent knees, belly button moves back. You engage the quads. The kneecaps lift up. And then you press the floor away. See how my hips and butt stay in line with my shoulders the whole time. That's what we want on the push-up. If we're coming up modified, knees are bent, belly draws in, you're still engaging the butt and the hamstrings, like that's the floor. All right, so now that we've got that, we're gonna start from the bottom and we're gonna do our 8 sets. So as you are ready, toes tucked under, you're either on your knees or you're going for straight legs. When you're ready, you inhale, tone the belly, tone the butt, press the floor away. Take the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, knees can come down. Inhale, press the floor away, come straight back. Take the hips back, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. That was 3. Away. Exhale, hips back. That was 4. Again, inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, hips come back. That was 5. 3 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, hips come back. We got two more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, hips back. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, hips come back. Drop the knees down. Bring the feet together. Take the forehead to the floor. Press the floor away. Take one more full breath here. And then we meet back down and downward facing dog. Inhale, right away pick up that right leg with integrity, with strength, with right action. Inhale, bring the right knee forward wide. We're going for our lunge. Good, take a breath. Inhale, come up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands come down to either side of that right foot. And then we inhale, come up, warrior three. So option to stay supported or bring the hands to the heart. We're flowing this. We will hold this soon. We'll exhale, reach back through the left foot. Grab your low crescent. Maybe stay in low crescent or you're finishing at the top, hands all the way up. Good, again, we exhale, we bow in, hands come down, we press into the right foot, left leg lifts, heart lifts. Warrior three, option to balance. Exhale, reach back out through the left foot, take the hands down. Inhale, maybe the hands come up, press it. Three more. Hands come down, exhale, press through the right foot, left foot lifts, hands come to the heart if you're balancing. One full breath, exhale, reach out through the left foot. Inhale, hands come up if you're coming into full crescent. Good, exhale. Last one, hands come down, press through the right foot, left foot rise. Take a breath, maybe balance this. Exhale, reach back, left foot. Inhale, come up, crescent. Good. Exhale, you take the hands to the inside of that right foot, turn it out, step the left foot up to meet the right, sink the bum. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Exhale, seat sinks. Place the hands, step back, plank. Move through a vinyasa or take your down dog, your choice. Good, inhale, left leg lifts high from the root. Exhale, that left knee comes forward. We inhale, we come up to crescent for a moment. We exhale, we're gonna come down, bring the hands to either side of the left foot. This is second side. We press through the left foot, the right foot lifts this time. Toes are pointing straight down on that right foot. We come up to balance. Warrior three. Exhale. Reach the right foot back. Maybe catch low lunge to steady yourself. Maybe come all the way up to full crescent. We go again. Drag the right foot up. Right leg lifts. Down. Catch the balance. Exhale. Reach back with the right foot. Find your crescent pose, either high. Exhale. Again. Warrior three. Press through the left foot. Right foot lifts. Maybe you catch the balance at the top. You exhale. You bend that left knee. You reach with the right foot. You inhale. Back crescent. The last one. Exhale. We pull in. We rise up to warrior three. With exhale, reach back, crescent. Place the hands, spin the left toes out, step the right foot up, drop the seat, press through, up, squat, place the hands, actions at the bottom. Inhale, heart comes forward through and up. Exhale, we lower down. We're gonna take a quad stretch here. So we will come up first in the Sphinx, Around forearms, palms are flat. Root through the tops of your feet. Energetically pull the heels of your hands towards your feet. Navel pulls back. Heart pulls forward. Big breath. Oh, that feels good. Now, we're going to turn the right hand in on an angle. The left shoulder moves back. Pull. Take a back. The top of your right foot is planted down. The right buttock is engaged. The left knee is straight up from the knee, from the hip joint. Now you're going to take the left arm out. You're going to spin it up so that the thumb points up, giving a platter. And you'll grab the inner edge of that left foot. If you can't grab that foot, no worries. You're just working on the action of pulling the heel in towards the seat, and you're getting a nice hamstring workout there. If you have, now I want you to see how my left hip rocks up. Square the hip, so redistribute the weight. So the weight is even in both legs. The hips are square to the front. The shoulders are square to the front. Keep dropping, especially that left shoulder back. Don't let it drop forward. Keep the shoulder moving out and back. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Energetically pull the heel in towards your seat, like you can even use your hand. You don't even have to make that energetic. Pull the heel in towards the seat. As you exhale, think length out through that left knee. Inhale, pull the heel in. Exhale, length. With one more breath, exhale, slowly release that foot. Bring both hands back to the Sphinx. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, we're going to turn now that left hand in on an angle. We're going for the right leg. Remember, make sure that right leg is straight behind you. The knee is going to have a tendency to go out. Inhale, draw that right heel in. Come up onto your right fingertips. Reach back like you're serving a platter. Grab a hold of that right foot. Then rock until your weight is even on your hips and your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. Pull the heel in. Lift the right shoulder up and back. Energetically pull your left hand towards your chest. This will help you pull your chest forward. Good. Pull the heel in, and as you exhale, lengthen through the knee on that right side. Feel that pulsation. Good. Exhale, release the foot, release the hands. Walk both hands back in line with the chest. Tuck the toes. Either come up through your push-up or just take the hips straight back, downward facing dog. I did turn on Do Not Disturb. Oh, some days everything's working against you. I've got the puppy acting extra spoiled, and I have my phone Do Not Disturb and it's still ringing. All right, so hips are back. Moving on, we lift the right leg. Inhale, right leg comes forward for our low lunge. Inhale, we're going to open up, twist to the right. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. We've been here many a time before. Exhale, we take the hands down to either side of the right foot. We're going to inhale, press into the right foot, and come up, warrior three. We're balancing on that right leg. Here's the moment if you need to get over to a wall. We're going to hold this for a second. So go get your wall or get your chair and put it in front of you. I'll pretend that this railing is my chair. So you would have like a chair right here in front of your mat that you could, if you're working on your balance, you're trying to really focus no matter where you are, all the weight evenly distributed through all four corners of the feet. Hands are at the heart or they're overhead. One more breath here. You're going to exhale, reach back with the left foot. Come back up into crescent. Spin the left heel down. Open up Warrior two. In your warrior two, I want you to play with the pulsation of the energy. Your right knee's over your right ankle, FYI. Your right thigh is parallel to the floor. Your left leg, we're getting that moving, left thigh moving back. You do all those actions, and I want you to think, inhale, pull the heel in, you feel a little bit of a rise, and then as you exhale, lengthen, get deeper. Good, 2 more full breaths here. And then as we exhale, we're going to come right over into Parsvakonasana, the right forearm to the thigh, the left arm in line with the ear. If you are open and want to, you can take this deeper with variation of the hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Same actions here. You're still working the pulsation of the energy in the legs. As you draw in, you get strength. As you exhale, you are able to soften onto that strength. So you need one to have the other. Relief, and we exhale. We take it over into triangle, right side. Good, 1 more breath. Windmill the hands to either side of that right foot. We're going to step back up into our warrior 3. Press through the right foot. Slide the left foot up. We take the hands forward. Grab your support if you need to, or we're balancing. Hands are overhead. We're at the heart. If you don't have a wall or a chair and you need support, the hands come to the floor. 1 more breath. Exhale, take that left heel back. Take both hands to the inner edge of the right foot. Spin it out. Inhale, step up. That's right. Our squat. Drop the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Place the hands. Step back. Plank. Exhale, lower down. Move through your vinyasa or you're hanging in at the back. Good. Inhale, we lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee comes forward. Inhale, open, twist to the left side. Good. Windmill it around, come up. We're going to come in to our, coming up. We're spinning the right heel out. We're opening up warrior 2. We hold our warrior 2 here. You're playing with that pulsation of energy, pulling the heel on your inhale towards you as you exhale, lengthening the left knee out. You're taking the right hip back, tucking the tail under, so this right thigh stays deep. My left seat tucks under. Good. 1 more full breath here. Good. As we exhale, we'll come into Parsvakonasana, side angle, second side. Again, you can deepen this pose and bring the hand down if you're ready for that. You're staying here, forearm on the top of the thigh. If the forearm's on the thigh, keep the belly engaged. We're not relying on the thigh for support of the upper thigh. The legs are so strong through that pulsation of energy that we can hold ourselves up. 1 more breath. Exhale. Come up. Warrior 2. Inhale. In that left leg. And exhale. Come over. Triangle pose. Same thing here. Same action. Same pulsation applies. You're energetically pulling that left heel in. And as you inhale, you lengthen. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, lengthen. Good. 1 more breath here. Good. We rise back up, warrior 2. We're going to spin back into our crescent pose. And we're coming into our balance, warrior 3. So if you need to grab your support, get it, get ready. Inhale, we come up, warrior 3. Pose. Right leg lifts. We stand on the support of the left foot. Right toes point down. You've got the floor if you don't have a chair. If there's any pressure in the kneecap, you take a slight bend. Good. 1 more breath. Exhale, reach out through the right foot, come up crescent. Exhale, take the hands to the inner edge of that left foot, spin it out. Inhale, step the right foot up to meet the left. Drop the seat, inhale, press through the feet, come up. Good, exhale, squat down. Place the hands, step back, plank. Good, exhale, bend the elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart forward, bring it up. Exhale, soften down. Take the hips back. We're gonna sit on our toes for our second. Get a little bit of an arm stretch. So face towards you. We'll take the arms out to the side. Draw in, so inhale. Feel the energy pulling in from your fingertips all the way up your arms to the back of your chest. As you exhale, take the arms back behind you like your navel ribcage stays drawing in. And the motion's just coming from the upper spine, the thoracic spine, the mid-back. Good, inhale forward, and then exhale, we press back. Good, inhale forward, exhale, press back. Inhale forward, exhale, press back. Two more, inhale forward, exhale, press back. And then we'll inhale, take the arms overhead, come down onto all fours, back to tabletop, knee forward and through. We've got our lunge. Inhale, open up to the right side, twisting. Exhale, right hand comes down. We'll windmill, we'll take the right heel down, or left heel down, sorry. Warrior two, right side, second time. We are here, one full breath. Inhale, pull the heel in. Exhale, lengthen the knee. Take the hand over, coming side angle pose. Parsvakonasana, top arm overhead. Upper arm in line with the ear. Stay deep in the legs. Inhale, come back up. Take the hands behind the head. We're gonna crunch here. Keep the legs low. If you need to flush it out, you can straighten the leg for a moment. But as we are ready, we'll all go together for 12. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We open the arms back up to a T, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. As we exhale, we're gonna go right into triangle. That right seat muscle stays wrapped under, left thigh stays back, right hand comes to the outer edge of the right foot, or it can come to the inner edge, or you're lifting up on your block. Good, one breath here. We're gonna move this into fall in triangle. The right hand stays on the floor or onto your block. You're gonna start to scooch this right foot forward on your mat. So it's scooching out to the left. Scooch is the official word. So this may just be your pose. This may be as far as you get. That is good. That is great. You're practicing pulsation. You're inhaling, you're drawing in. As you exhale, you lengthen out through the hand. You lengthen out through that top foot. If you're going farther, maybe that foot is coming all the way forward. You're pressing into that right hand. Right shoulder staying supported on the back, eye of the elbows facing forward. You press through the hand, the hips lift up. You press out through the left foot. Maybe the right foot lifts. Ooh, good. The foot's lifted. You're gonna bring it back down. Everyone's gonna bring that right foot forward in front of the left, so the feet are staggered in a side plank variation. Good. We're here. We're gonna bend the knees. Bend both knees. We're pressing through the right hand. The left foot is gonna start to walk behind us as we press into this right foot strongly. The left foot inches back. We press through the right foot through the left ball of the foot. Press through the right hand. We find ourselves into wild thing. Nice big back bend here. The back at the end, towards the end of class. And then we'll inhale. We'll come down. Bring that left hand down. Roll into plank. Exhale. We're going to walk the feet back, and we're going to start to lower the forearms down, finding our forearm plank. My feet moved off the mat. If yours did as well, that's okay. Shoulder blades move towards one another. Belly is lifting up. The knees can come down. If you're feeling this happening or the seat too far up, the knees come down. The butt, the hips, the shoulders are all in one line. All right, we'll walk the feet in, down dolphin, gaze comes forward, heart moves forward, pulsation of energy here. Energetically pull the hands towards your feet, and as you exhale, extend the energy out through the heels. Inhale, energetically pull your hands towards your feet, and as you exhale, lengthen the energy out through your heels. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to try to press through both hands and come up, finding downward facing dog. We have side two. Inhale, pick left foot, come forward and through, which goes in right hand, stays down. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist towards the left leg. Unwind. Inhale, come up, press and pose. Exhale, right heel drops. We find ourselves in warrior two. We're coming into side angle, left forearm onto the top of the left thigh, left arm up overhead. With the action, the foundation in the legs, because you know we're moving into crunches, so we get strong in our lower body so that we can free up the upper body. Hands come behind the head presses into the hands, elbows widen. Inhale, as you exhale, inhale up. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We come up. We straighten this left leg. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, come into triangle pose. Keep rooting that right thigh back. Left seat wraps under. Inhale, big breath, open at the top. Energetically draw the feet towards one another. On an exhale, you extend out through your pelvis and you lengthen, you reach out. That left hand's gonna come down. We're gonna start to scooch that left foot forward. Maybe you're only going a few inches and this is your stopping point and fall in triangle. For the rest of us, we make sure that left arms engage, left shoulders on the back, eye of the elbow is pointing forward. That left foot moves towards the center of the mat. You press into your hands. Big breath. We bend the knees. We bring our shoulder towards our heels as we do that, and we bend these. This gives us a little traction. And then we start to scooch the right toes back towards the left. Right hand reaches, you press through the left foot, you find your back bend. Good, big breath. Come back, bring the right hand to meet left leg. We walk the feet. Keep a smile on the face, keep the navel drawing back, stay strong. Feel that pulsation of the energy. Inhaling, you draw in everything in. As you exhale, the heart moves forward. You extend the energy out through the heels. Ooh, staying strong. The knees can always come down for support if you need to. If you're sacrificing the alignment to hold the pose, bring the knees down. Don't sacrifice the alignment. We've got only 7 more seconds. And then we exhale, we bring the knees down. We walk ourselves back. We shift our weight onto our heels. Our knees widen. Our head drops down. Take a breath at center. And then as you inhale, we're going to exhale and walk the hands over to the left side. Coming into a twisted child pose. Energetically press the floor away from you. Root your left hip back. Start to deepen your breath. And I invite you to bring the awareness back to the breath. By bringing your awareness to that same pulsation that we did at the start of the class and throughout the class. Really noticing the inhale, the quality, that constant balance. So when you're in the moments where it feels ickier, it's just a simple reminder when you tap into the breath and you feel that pulsation that there's always an equal reaction to that ickiness. That's just a speed. And they build upon each other. To make you whole, to make the experience whole, to make this life whole. As you're ready, inhale, take the arms up overhead, give yourself one last touch, reaching out through the hands and the feet. And then as you exhale, grab a hold of your knees, grab them in, and give a little bit of a rock and a hug to yourself before you gently make your way to your right hand side. And I invite you to pause for at least one full round of breath before you use your hands to get yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Patient seat.